Okay, here's what you need and how much. First of all, that's a piece of parchment paper, which is where you have to put the hot gooey nuts. Alright, now you're going to use a half cup packed brown sugar. It doesn't matter whether it's light or dark brown, comma. So I actually put a quarter cup of each, comma, again, packed. Then it's only a quarter of a teaspoon of cinnamon, a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of water, and a whole cup, that's a whole cup of nuts. I usually pile it a little higher than the top of the measuring cup, period. Okay, I'm showing you this to give you an idea of the size of pan I'm using. As you can see, just a little bit bigger than my hand. Place the brown sugar, the cinnamon, and the salt in the center of the frying pan. Pour the 2 tablespoons of water right into the middle of the brown sugar. Turn the heat up to medium or just a little bit higher than medium. With gas, that's a number 4. What'll start to happen is it'll start to bubble. Should take about 3 minutes or so. After it starts to melt, keep stirring it until it starts to boil. Once it starts bubbling real nice, pour in the nuts, spread them around, and stirring often, boil them for about 3 minutes. I used a combination of walnuts and pecans, only because I have them! Exclamation point, ha ha. Sorry, I keep moving the camera around. Make sure that it stays hot enough that it keeps boiling, and it'll look just like this. This looks perfect. Now the only other thing you want to keep in mind is, if anything, you might cook it a little bit more than 3 minutes, not less. That way some of the fluid will boil away and it'll be less messy when you pour it onto the parchment paper. Remember to stir them quite often, comma, because that's what stops them from burning. I can't help it. I keep trying to say, period, exclamation point, as if I'm dictating on a text. Sorry about that. Alright, there's my 3-minute buzzer. I'm going to stir it around to see if it's ready to be poured out. Okay, I went about 20 or 30 seconds over the 3 minutes. Okay, here we go. Now just spread them around. Let them harden. Sorry, I forgot to aim it at the nuts. And here we are.